Alright, inequalities. These are what inequalities are. You have a little symbol here, and you can read it in two different directions. But if you had 4 and 7, what it is it's getting smaller if you look. This is getting smaller, and then going the other direction, it's getting bigger. So that means this one is the bigger, because it's getting bigger. And then that one's getting smaller. You can see it just go down and down. It's getting tiny. That's how you can look at it. Or you can think of it like before. We had Pac-Man, little vintage here, but Pac-Man always eats the bigger number. Or you could do the alligator, and the alligator always eats the bigger number because there's more meat there. So that's the direction it's always going to be. Alright, so if you read it from left to right, we would say that 4 is less than 7. And if we change it over here, when we put 7 and 4, same two numbers, we would say 7 is greater than 4. And if you have this one, you say 4 is equal to 4. But it's that is. You have to use an is in there. Otherwise, it does not mean an inequality. You have to say not 4 less than 7. 4 is less than 7. 7 is greater than 4. And 4 is equal to 4. It's a very key word. Alright, and you can read it either way, obviously. It's how you want to read it. 4 is less than 7. But we're going to start and just read from left to right to keep it simple. So 7 is greater than 4. Always remember the direction. Okay? Alright, so now it gets a little bit trickier when you have inequalities. How do you know which is which? I mean, with integers. How do you know which is bigger? Because you see, oh, well, 17 is bigger than 15, but what about negative 17 and negative 15? Now which is bigger? That's what number lines come into play. So a negative 4 would be here, and a 4 would be here. Negatives go on the left, and they decrease to the right, right? And we increase to the, we decrease to the left, and we increase to the right. So, if you have negative 4 and 4, you can see that this is why we have this symbol. Negative 4 is less than 4. And here we have 17 and 15. 17 is here, 15 is here. And if you read it, it says 17 is that's not true, is it? This is a false statement. So on some of these, you're going to be asked to tell, is it true or is it false? And you just have to look at it. The bigger number should always be eaten by it, and it should also always have that same symbol where it's getting bigger or smaller. And then 3 is equal to 3. If they have the same location on a number line, then they are equal. So that is true. Alright, so here's what I want. I want you to put the inequality that matches for each of these. And yes, there are some simplifying here. So if you have not done the opposite and absolute value, basically the introduction to integers, please watch that video first, unless you already know how to do it. But here are 6 problems for you to try. So I want you to hit pause and try them. Remember, if you need a number line, draw a number line. Anything that helps you, pictures, whatever, never be afraid or ashamed to use them. So hit pause now. And these are your answers. So if you drew a little line, you could see that 7 is bigger than 5, so you should make sure it eats the 7. Negative 7 is less than 5, so 5 is bigger, should eat the 5. Negative 6 and negative 17, so even though 17 is a larger number than 6, negatives are opposite directions. So the more negative you get, the more money you owe. So basically you're worse off than the person who only owes 6, right? So it's negative 6 is better, it's bigger. And then when you have these where they're not simplified, you have to simplify them. So absolute value of negative 5 is 5. 5 is bigger than negative 5. Remember, this is the opposite of that. So if you just cover it, you get 5. Now it's negative 5. Cover it, you get 6. Now it's negative 6. And this is opposite of negative 6. So remember, opposite of a positive 5 is negative 5. Opposite of a positive 6, not negative, is negative 6, and opposite of a positive 5 is negative 5. Alright, thank you.